Role models, emerging talent. That's what I'm talking about today. Just walking around at Barking Riverside and just caught up with two young emerging talent. You don't mind me calling you that?
That's all right to me.
Right. Yeah, all right. So 100% talented, 100% emerging, 100% the future of this business, of my business, our industry, what we got to do. So just introduce you. Certainly I think they've both been on camera before, but Rob, you've been with us just over a year now?
Yeah, about that. A little bit over a year.
Yeah. And we were just talking about when we started, and like we're talking about day one. Day one, what was it like on day one?
Day one was in Romford with Cass, and it was not what I thought it was going to be at all. It was a bit scary.
Yeah.
It was a bit scary, but they were very friendly, showed me everything I needed to know because I was clueless. So I was a bit like, weren't really helpful with anything, but they still took the time to sort of explain everything and help me out a bit. And then that was just it, every day, a little helping me out every single day until I eventually knew what I was doing and could be left on my own a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was scary starting out, it was.
So in roughly around about 15 months, I told you off camera, and I say it on camera now, you are an absolute brilliant bricklayer.
Thank you.
Right? So you're not an apprentice, you're not a trainee, you're not an improver, you're a brilliant bricklayer. And I think in life, what I would like to say is that, well, I'll ask you a question, do you think you need to improve?
Yeah. There's always something to improve on, isn't there? It's always someone that knows more than me.
Love it. Now, and I really mean this in the respect of all of the young apprentices and trainees that I'm working with or might be watching, the bar that you've set, and also many others like you, is so good, and it is so the example of what can be done. And just catching up with Mo now. So Mo, how long have you been with us?
I've been with us just just under 6 months.
Just under 6 months.
Yeah.
And I said to you that your rate of improvement is just exactly the same like the same line as what Rob was doing, in respect of both of you when you first started. Some people may have doubted you. Some people within my business may have doubted you. The industry doubts you, you know. But you are absolutely, every single day you're improving. And what really excites me is now you're working underneath someone that's not that much far in front of you, you know. And how much are you learning from Rob?
A lot. Like, from what I learned from Rob compared to a bricklayer that's probably been doing this maybe 30, 40 years, is that like he's accepted that there's time for change, and he's showing me a different path to go down and how to get further into this industry. Like most apprentices, most people that are probably looking into bricklaying, they're probably, oh, it's going to take me maybe 4 or 5 years. But when I look at Rob, someone that's just been doing it just over a year, and I'm like, if he can do it, then why can't we? Like, the support he gives you support. Like, he makes you understand that he's not always going to be there. So he takes his time, makes sure that you learn from mistakes, and he makes sure that you know that if you get it wrong, it's not the end of the world. You can always rebuild it. At the end of the day, it's just a brick. But he makes sure I learn a lot from my mistakes, and I'm really lucky to have him.
So I'm going to say he's a mentor.
I think it helps knowing that I was in your situation a couple months ago. So like, compared to a bricklayer who's done it for like 30 years, you kind of forget what you was like as an apprentice, I guess. So
exactly, mate. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone's learning, isn't they? So
yeah. I mean, that's why we've got to continue to invest money and time. But connecting you guys together really works really well. Yeah. And I've been talking about this team dynamic, you know, it really works well. And like, that's what I say, become mentors and role models. And I think that's really important.
Can relate a lot more.
Absolutely. So really good, really random. I wasn't expecting to see you like working together. Really proud of you both. Proud of all of the trainees and apprentices that have worked here, doing really, really well. But it's great to see. So keep the progression. For Rob, keep doing what you're doing. You know, you're going to be working with a lot more younger people, I'm sure. And Mo, keep doing, like you're not far off now. You know what I mean? Keep doing it. It's brilliant, and I'm so glad that both of you are on camera, and hopefully we can, get a few people to step up. Yeah.
Definitely.
Top man. Top man.
All right.
Thank you. I can't wait to do this video, Tim. The weekend you put a post out on your social media, and really the whole term of it was yes. I picked up on this yes bit. And what I mean by that, it was you saying how proud you were, and you said yes a lot. Yeah. Tell me what it was about.
Well, construction, no one ever said construction was easy. It's a hard job. But when you're in a group of other workers, bricklayers, and you're in a gang, a good gang, when you do a job and you do a good job, when that job is finished, you get pride in actually looking at it and saying, I was part of that gang who built that. But also, in our game, in the bricklaying industry, you're not in one place. You get around, you go from site to site. Sometimes you can be on a site a year, sometimes you can be on there 6 months. But by doing that, you're breaking the monotony of working in one place. Me working outside, yes, all day long. Working in a factory, no. If I was a youngster now, I would be thinking there's a huge opportunity now. Big opportunity. There's some big projects coming up, big ones. And if I can start at the beginning, gradually improve each week, learn from my elders, learn from the people who've got experience, not to be a big Charlie, just someone who enjoys a little bit of work, enjoys the graft. Construction is going to be a great industry for you.
There's two of us here. I knew I would make it a word in. The great thing was as well that you put in around about, I think it was about 40 odd pictures of different jobs that we've worked together with. And again, it reminds me about how well we've done. And I couldn't have built my business without you, Tim. Right? Honestly, you are you and quite a few others. I always say the hod carriers give me absolutely everything, and in respect you do. You give me brick, you give me mucks, you give me a laugh, you give me the support. And we've had some laughs over the time, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. That's part of it. Is it if everyone's pulling on the same string, like doing the work, all helping each other, it makes it a little bit easier, and you can have a bit of time for a little bit of, well, a little giggle here and there, especially in the summer. But no.
We're doing some of the giggle stories for another day, but we've also on this week we've caught up with some of our apprentices and mentors that are coming through, some young talent that pretty much had what we had, and I think what that is Tim, we had a bit of get up and go a little bit, and this I was talking about this working class thing. I identify myself as working class. Do you?
Yeah, of course I am, all day long, working class.
And what does that mean?
Well, it means you're a grafter and you want to get stuck in. That means if you're good at your job, if you're half good at your job, you're worth your weight, because there's so much opportunity to graft for people who, not everyone's a brain box, not everyone's really like, well, what can I say? Not everyone's got it up there, but if you've got it to really get stuck in and learn a little bit,
I would say you've got it up there, and you got both actually. You got more than both. You know what I mean? So don't do yourself down. I say I'm just a bricklayer. Do you say you're just an oddie?
No.
Good. Right. So I'm wrong. You're right. But what I mean by that, Tim, is that. All right. You tell me why. Tell me why you're so proud of being an hod carrier.
Well, the reason why I call myself a hod carrier, but in a way it's got a trade on its own, is because I've had 41 years experience, 41 years of not doing it right every time, sometimes doing it wrong, but being put in my place by elders, being put in my place by even younger ones. But the ones who put me in their place, they're correct. Not always, sometimes I can reverse it and put them in their place. But it's learning. Every day you learn something different, and that's what's good. Every day is a challenge. Every day is a good day in the building industry.
So I'm going to give you a challenge now. Right, we've been here 10 years. God, we've been a lot of work behind us. A lot of work behind that to come. So maybe we'll be here for another 10 years. I want you to be honest with me. Will you be carrying the odd in 10 years from now?
No, I won't.
I'm so glad you said that.
I won't be carrying the odd. No, I'll be doing lighter duties if I'm still fit enough. I'm not going to be. When I say I've set an age, if I'm still alive, is 70. If I'm still fit, I'll be working till I'm 70.
How old are you now, Tim?
I'm 62.
So
yeah, I've still got 5 years till the state pension, so I've still got another 5 years. But I've got there's an elder in our firm who's older than me, nearly 10 years older than me. He's still fit.
Yeah, Dave the legend.
So-
Dave, we got Dave the legend. We got Tim the legend. There's got how many other legends work for us, but yeah, I mean, we were saying about I want you to help me now as well with the training side of the business we're doing, and I think you doing this video helps me because it helps other people to see that our journey is good. Our working class, I want to be a working class hero. I want more working class people to come through. I don't want people to be on welfare. I want them to be working. We all need that, don't we?
Yeah.
And because the rewards that we've had, I mean, like I said, the reward of friendship, I think to me has been massive. Or having you as a friend, having the team of people around me. But it's like we've earned a right out of it, you know what I mean? And we've got work, we've never been out of work. All them, like I said, like there's been down times in work, but we've never been out of work, Tim, have we?
No. See, one of the things, I mean, where I've had the years of experience in working, doing it for so long, I was never one for showing off. I was never one putting 4 blocks, 5 blocks on my back, running around with that, pretending to be Tarzan, because you've only got to slip and put your back out and your game's over in the industry. So you're better off doing little bit often, instead of being little bit often. Instead of being a poser and giving it large, as I say, you've only got to slip, put your back out, and that's you done, mate. Yeah. One more last thing. The old man said to me, one of the best things he said was, look after your legs, because that's where all your strength comes from. You're even bricklayers, laying bricks, laying blocks, you're bending down all day, you're on your feet all day, look after your legs.
Yeah.
That's my
top advice.
Last
Tim.
bit of advice.
Well done. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. You're a great leader. You're a great manager. You do your work is so fantastically. Yeah, keep inspiring people as well. Top work, Timmy. Together we can.
All right. Cheers. Thank you.
Fine.
Greeny, we're back again.
We're back, we're soaked through. What a day, this weather. Like as a bricklayer, and I think last week I touched on bricklayers we feel sorry for them, not working, coldness. Today, that's a day for ducks today, mate.
Oh, it feels like every day I go to work we're getting rained off.
Yeah.
But it's been a really cold day, but actually a really good week, I think.
It has. I think productions, when we can work, we've worked well, and we're starting coming back from Christmas, getting that happy feeling on the site.
People in the flow. And I think what we want to say this week, we touched upon a little subject called kindness.
We need kindness. Now, I'd say kindness starts from the bottom, from going into site, politeness. Gateman, politeness, you know. I love it. I've had a few sites, you go and you high five, we laugh, we take the mickey out of this. And if you go in with that positive mentality from day one, you can have a good day.
Does it bounce back to us?
Because it does. So even with client, today, we've been asked to work Saturday on a few jobs. And I said, no problem at all.
Catch up with the
Catch
weather.
up, we understand. Again, our bricklayers want to earn more money.
Yeah.
So just by saying yes, emails, thank you, Green,
nice.
thank you. And I think when you get them emails, the niceness, the kindness, everyone works. It's a better flow, mate. Everyone works. Everyone works better.
You know, I think just want to say something. Last week we made a few comments, and I think a few people thought that we might have been talking about them directly, and we wasn't really. We was talking generally about the feeling we've got in this industry at the moment, and we've had both of us reach out from all areas of our industry.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it's probably touched a nerve, and which is good, but I think why the whole concept of Together We Can is that we're in this together, every single person.
But also it gets people talking, and that's what we should be doing. There's more. I personally will always say, your best sites are when we talk this through. So we're saying meeting today. Good, I'm going to say a positive meeting, sitting around a table talking.
Yeah, maybe it's talking, it's listening, and it's thinking.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where this week we wanted to touch on that kindness thing, because there was definitely last week, I think we was touching on the mental health side of things, and the pressure that people are feeling. And we've spoken to people this week, you know, both of us offline, where people are saying, no, you was right, and we're feeling. And someone actually said to me, Gary, you're right, you know, are you struggling? And I said, well, I am a little bit, but it's not like, you know, really struggling. It's like I'm just kind of trying to push through and work together, you know?
But I think that being nice, like to me, as you said, the gateman, but also forklift. So back in the day, we always talk about back in the day, there used to be odd cash whistle to the forklift drivers. That's rude. You don't whistle to your
Yeah,
dog,
no,
mate.
exactly. Yeah.
So please and thank you, asking that forklift driver, you're always going to get materials lifted to you.
And I like names as well,
Yeah, it's-
Granny. You don't
so-
like when people talk to each other with a name.
With a name. And we say we want everyone working for us with their names on their hats.
Exactly, it works
Yeah.
well. Yeah. So yeah, not much more really to say this week. Apart from, like I said, it's been that week. If you're feeling it, if you've had a good week, you know, give us a comment. Say, you know, what you feel. Your take on kindness.
But also next week, it's going to be a dry week.
Oh,
yeah,
it's gonna
we
be
can't
lovely.
wait. We cannot wait. Dry week, we can lay some bricks, quality work, and push on them programs.
So let's push on. Let's be kind to each other. Let's remember that we are working together. So, you know, no house builds build itself on its own. We need contractor. We need subcontractor. We need someone to buy the houses. We need people to move into the houses.
There's
We
no
live
I in
together.
team, mate, is there? We work together. There's no point having 9 centre forwards, mate. We work together, and these houses will get built to a great standard as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Together we can.
Together we can, buddy.
Today I'm with Chris.
Hello.
Chris, we're just talking. Great bit of work you're doing here, and you pointed out 2 years
Yes, 2 years on the job.
on this project,
Yes.
and it's been, well, kind of, it seems like it was a bit of a bounce out of COVID, really. 'Cause it's been a bit stop-starty here for over them 2 years, but you've been here that consistent. And when you come here, you was very much like one of our black hats from a previous job. Mm-hmm. Explain to us that transition and a little bit of before and where we are now.
Yeah, so quite a complicated job I was on before.
Very.
Yeah, lots of bricklayer, lots of chaos.
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of transitioned out of that, come over here, started with a nice small gang, and it's just been absolute glory since day one, really.
So just to touch into that, what you just said, a lot of chaos, because before, you know, we promoted you, or you became promoted yourself because how good you was as a bricklayer, but you wanted to be a black hat,
Yes.
wanted to be a project manager.
Yes.
And you found it, let's be truthful, because I think what we're trying to do is say exactly what it is.
Yes.
Challenging because of that chaos. We
Absolutely.
won't mention the client.
Yeah.
They'll know.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, challenging role, absolutely. Wanted to step up, take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And going into that role expanded my knowledge now as a price work bricklayer, and it's just made the job a lot easier for me, to be honest. Yeah.
And you're a really good price work bricklayer.
Thank you.
I don't always say that.
Thank
you know,
you.
like Greenie knows I talk about price work and day work all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
when price work works well, it's unbeatable, and it works well for you and for me to be, you know, like low maintenance, consistent work,
Mm-hmm.
earn well, but not too greedy. You know, is
Yes.
that balance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we're encouraging people in, apprentices or people upskilling, and you would say price work's a good way
Absolutely.
for you personally. Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think learning, do your day work and, you know, get your bricks down, take your time and get them right.
Yeah.
But once you're ready, go and the world's your oyster, if you like, you know. I like the idea of you're paid for your ability and what you can do. You're not capped. You can just, you know, if you want to work till 5 o'clock and do as much as you can do that.
And you do that as well sometimes.
We
don't you?
do,
You want
yeah.
to get things finished, and
Yeah, we do. So, yeah. I wouldn't like to do it any other way. Put it that way, Gary, from now, yeah.
and the bit where you do well, Chris, is that the client, the site manager, the project managers, always talk well of you. They want you on the job, which is a really good thing. That's how we grew GSQ Brickwork. But Greenie myself, it's because we've always been wanted. So you being wanted is a big plus for you.
Yes.
But also, you're going to kind of get the good plots as well, I think. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, you're going to get the work. And
Yeah, it comes from consistency for me because, like the site manager here, when it's peeing down and even the scaffolders are a bit too scared to do it, we're committed. And even if it's loading out, we're cutting blocks, we're clearing up, builds that relation.
yeah.
And I think my role coming from sort of a projects manager into this, I see the bigger picture. I know about sort of reputation, keeping the client happy, and yeah, just not being a troublemaker really, just building nice houses and giving them to the client.
And I walked the plot earlier, and I could see there's some really good preparation, profiles, things that are all done really well. These are just bits that you've learned over the time.
Yes. Yeah, so learnt with an old English gang, if you like. It was a bit tough. Yeah, learnt the hard way.
Got beasted, did you? A little bit?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then just picked up little tricks along the way. My partner Richard's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
New ideas and things like that. you
Always
know.
learning.
Yeah, trying to change the game. Every day's a school day, and
Yeah.
as we just said, there's always room for improvement in all of our work.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, I'm really glad you're doing well. Good position, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing, Chris. Well done.
Thank you,
Together we
Gary.
can, yeah.
Cheers.
Yep.
Thank you.